Alrighty, what is up, guys? I hope you are able to hear me okay. Using this little microphone in a different location this time. I'm curious about how I'm using an actual, like, not a DSLR but a good camera, like as a webcam right now, that's a first for me. I used to always use the Elgato kind of face cam, but anyway, I'm sure you guys don't really care about any of that. We're gonna get into it. I was on a bit of a road trip. Smash the like button. Shout out to Plan E. I mean, it's a quiet market. I'm not expecting too much excitement right now, but maybe if kind of what we do sometimes in these flat markets, these range bound things. I mean, it's a nice scalp traders market, and yeah, you guys can see the kind of trades I have open right now. Kind of a little bit of a freebie with the Bitcoin along. I mean, this is like one of the things where, I mean, a more conservative trader, you'd probably take profits on this, lock this out, um, around now with the weekend, because this was a trade entered on a really good setup earlier. This was it didn't hit first take profit, at least not yet. Based on this reverse head and shoulders breaking the neckline, we didn't quite get there, at least not yet. Now we're retesting the POC right now, point of control, and let's just see like the odds here. So money flow generally kind of coming up in the hourly, not bad. Trigger wave in the 2 hour, I like that. And probably not a bullish div, but still a nice trigger wave on the 3 hour. So it definitely does not look bad. It definitely doesn't look bad. I would say this market, let's see, no bull divs, but here's where it gets more of the bearish case. Not really with the 8 hour. Is this, no, that wouldn't be a bullish div either, but a little bit more with the money flow coming out right there. So yeah, and then that one's kind of coming out. So yeah, and then little trigger wave potentially coming up on the 12. Yeah, so it definitely, I don't see anything like outwardly like bad. And I mean, we're kind of used to more of an exciting market, especially so far. I mean, this year, I mean, this has been a generally, up, pretty exciting. You had price movement other than like over here, head and shoulders, and it came down. That kind of played out. We actually hit the technical target pretty well out of that, at least the one I was talking to. Those spiral lines are killer, guys. Look at that. So yeah, we hit that pretty well. Obviously bounced off, made a slightly higher high so far. Now the big question is obviously, is this a double top, or can we keep going? And I mean, obviously not an easy thing to say. I mean, if we're comparing this to July of 2019, and these market cycles are they are very similar. That would tell us we're gonna come down from here. I mean, maybe it could go up to mid 30s, maybe even 40. Who knows? 37, 38. That's a big place people have been talking about. CryptoFace has been talking about that. And that's absolutely possible. But yeah, I'll look at Ape eventually. Yeah, I'd rather probably invest in the NFTs themselves, like the mutant apes or whatever, rather than buying ApeCoin. But yeah, I see where you guys are coming from. Anyway, so this is the big question here. I mean, obviously the weekly, you could get a bearish div pretty soon, with like a whole cascade of just gapped RSIs that are screaming that they want to come down. However, your money flow is okay, so money flow is pretty good coming up. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the thing too that may end the fun here that we want to kind of keep an eye on, the 3 week trigger wave. You may get a trigger wave pretty soon. Monthly, another thing with a 3 week too is you do have a trend reversal in the 3 week. I mean, here, if it's like this, you're going to come up higher, maybe even 40K, then you're going to come down. But that could bring you back down to mid to low 20s. That could be months of kind of general, maybe down to 21, 22. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. You have the 300 weekly moving average at around 20, maybe 21K by the time we hit that area. That's a big point. You may never go under 20K again. I mean, I know, this is sounding very, very bullish, especially coming from me, but it's absolutely possible that you may never go below 20K again. However, you all obviously, if we look at history here, nice double bottom, maybe make a higher low. That's definitely possible. Make a higher low here at around 18, 19. So yeah, I mean, it's possible you could hold, that 20, hold those mid 20s. So yeah, the monthly is interesting too on the regulars. So first time ever on the regulars, you have a trend reversal. Now, obviously, trend reversal that's a little subjective. It's definitely not the best sign. I would say it's not the most reliable sign of market cipher, but it is useful. Now this could be a nice. So the trend is up right now. Trend reversal brings us down, or it's trend reversal from that, and you just keep going, I guess, into the next bull run. So that could be. That doesn't mean too much to me. Yeah, it's something that doesn't mean too much to me. Yeah, volume's always low on the weekends usually. Um, Solana looks pretty good. A lot of smart people have been talking. Pentoshi's been talking about Solana. Gareth Solway's pretty bullish on Solana, I believe. A lot of smart people have been talking about Solana as well, and that could be one of the few that'll really outperform Bitcoin, possibly in the next few months. In terms of altcoins, I think it's still going to be risky, at least until September, October, in terms of, because even if they do go up, most of them will probably continue to bleed a bit more against Bitcoin. But we're getting close to that point, guys. I think we're getting close to that point where it's time to get in. And I think even if you were to get in now to altcoins, versus Bitcoin, I mean, it's probably not the best idea when you look at charts like this. Like, I mean, common sense would tell us, on this 2 week here, total three versus Bitcoin, just wait until we get some green Heiken-Ashi candles. Kind of a no-brainer to buy there. Because a lot of these could absolutely bleed another 30% against Bitcoin. Now, 30% bleeding against Bitcoin, not a big deal. However, you guys got to realize a lot of these altcoins may not make, I know I may hurt some feelings here, but a lot of these altcoins may not make new all-time highs in the next bull run. XRP did not, Litecoin did not, I don't believe. A lot of things don't, man. A lot of things don't, so be careful with that. And if we look at ETH Bitcoin here, this absolutely looks like, especially I believe on the 2 week, 2 week as well, you may come into the red. So this looks like it has time, it's got to cook some more. Some people think this could crash quickly here, and they may be right. I mean, technical target down there if you lose that area, so a few more months. I think the total 3 Bitcoin chart I like for generally starting to get into alts once you get some green Heiken-Ashis. If we do, correct significantly from the 30K area here, say you come down to 22 or 20K Bitcoin, something like that, or even maybe 24 again, in the next few months, September, October, this could absolutely be another bleed, 30% against Bitcoin. That's when you want to get in. I mean, I think that's going to be a great, great opportunity. Great opportunity to get in. No, the Bitcoin long, I'm being risky on trades, bro. But I probably, if I was, had common sense, I'd probably have a stop loss at the entry point and be locking in profits. But it's essentially at break even right now. I think we may be able to get. I'm hoping that like weekend wild, volatility could kind of serve me well and have us come up, and we could hold the POC here. So yeah. So it does look a little bit like we could. Hmm, come up a bit here. I mean, I don't have a problem with what I'm seeing. Maybe come back to the volume area high, retest that. I mean, I don't have a problem with anything I'm really seeing for the. Nothing is overly like concerning bearish here. Let me just update my. Let's update our fixed range here a bit. Yeah, from there is probably good. Okay, so nothing too different. The POC is actually a little bit different here. Hmm. We'll jump up here. It's gotta go to 32K, right? Um, I mean, if we were to break up, the next technical target I think is at around 33, and there's also a spiral in there. Um, JB, could you guys hear me? Okay, with JBL. Um, Binance, yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to go down. I don't think it's going to be. I think they'll lose power, especially BlackRock. I mean, we all know what's going on here. It's BlackRock and all these big ones that have more influence than Binance, obviously, on the legislators and all that. Um, that's going to throw a wrench into Binance. But I think it's inevitable anyway that Binance does, see a pullback here. Bitcoin through Bollinger Bands. That's interesting. I don't really look at Bollinger Bands too much. Let's look at ETH and we'll look at Solana. So yeah, more of the, one trajectory of the bear case we were drawn out a little while ago. Have not been in an ETH trade since an ETH long I had in, that got stopped out in profit the other day. And by the way, guys, that was a trade in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord. If you are interested in that, link down below. We have a really great community. A lot of people really love it. Me and two other pro analysts and another guy who's really good too, KMac, I believe. Yeah, he's good for Forex. So a lot of active stuff. I think it's going to help you out. I mean, no promises. No promises in terms of being profitable or anything, obviously. I can't promise you that. But I think it's definitely going to put you in the right direction, and it'll have a lot of really good educational stuff, especially if you're just starting out with market cipher, traditional technical analysis, all that. So yeah, obviously in this environment, ETH keeps bleeding against Bitcoin. You confirmed a blood diamond on a daily for ETH Bitcoin. This just keeps falling behind because people are more conservative. Bitcoin maxis have been made. You could be forming somewhat of a head and shoulders here, a weird head and shoulders that you may form. If you do break down from there, I drew it out. That could bring you down to 1,200, which would be a potentially good bottom if you could get in. I think nice higher high. In terms of a Wyckoff formation, ETH would probably theoretically be able to make a lower low. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think regardless of what does happen, September, October is going to be a good buying opportunity for ETH. Could be a little later than that, but I think as we get, if you just look at history here, obviously for buying Bitcoin, just flat out Bitcoin, end of 2014, not the bottom, but great place to buy. End of 2018, great place to buy. That was the bottom. End of 2022, essentially the bottom. You were a month late, maybe $1,000 off, but essentially that 4-year cycle. 4 years ago, September is when Ethereum bottomed against Bitcoin. Maybe it would be a little later this year. I would see most likely a little bit later rather than earlier, just based on how ETH versus Bitcoin looks. But I think ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, September, October, good place to probably get into Ethereum. Not financial advice as always. But yeah, it would make sense. Ethereum's been coiling up. It's a white. I would say this is more of a Wyckoff. It's a Wyckoff. Sure, you can make a lower low. It's unlikely you would go down to 600 anymore. Pretty unlikely. You'd probably need a black swan for that at this point. But yeah, this is coming up. You may get the bearish div just like Bitcoin on the weekly. 2-week, you got the green dot, but you got the trend reversal there. Money flow coming out. This would kind of be a no-brainer here. Like once this comes into the red again, just buy. In my opinion, could be wrong, but yeah. The 12 day was my main technique. Wait for this 12 day because you may get a bear div there. Wait for the 12 day to come into the red. So yeah. And then if we look at lower time frames, I would say like Bitcoin, a little bit more bullish for the short term. No bull divs, but like, nice wick down. You're regaining the volume area. Nothing overwhelmingly bad here. This 101. Let's maybe redraw. Yeah, let's redraw this volume range and fix this up a little bit. So we started there. Yeah, let's start around there and go to where we are. Okay, so volume area high, essentially the same. The low is, okay, so we lowered the low when we made that new low. I would even still give credence to the one we're at around, but yeah, and then the POC is the same, so yeah. And you get that big fib level there. That's an old volume area high. And then, oh, did this actually change a little bit? Hold on a second. Give me a second here. No, oh yeah, because now this is more, okay. So it's essentially, that's a larger volume area high, so it's essentially there. That's a huge point, obviously. Yeah, you ultimately come back up here, and then maybe reject from there. That's a big possibility. So yeah, and then if we look at, yeah, similar to Bitcoin in some ways, you may get some trigger waves pretty soon. So nothing overly bad. I think once you're 3 day, that could be a doozy, that trigger wave. So Ultimately, I think you could. I mean, to form that head and shoulders, you could be generally range bound into the end of the month. I mean, this could be a boring month, and then we see, let's say August, September, October, the real decline, the real correction. I think that's a decent probability. I think that's a decent probability going forward here. So yeah, and what am I on? Oh, well, somebody wanted me to look at. Let's look at Solana. So Solana is interesting. I mean, you had kind of. I mean, I guess you would consider this a fake out so far. You had a technical target down there. It didn't quite happen. Now, if we break above here, which we kind of are hitting this point, you could theoretically get up higher. You're hitting a big point right now. So if this is, this could be a kind of a local top for this. This thing looks good. Obviously does look pretty good in the weekly. The problem with this, it's not a bull div, which makes me think you could come back down, roll over a bit into September. All roads lead to September, as I've been saying. And, right there, you may get that, that kind of trigger wave right there. 2 weeks good. So I don't know. I mean, it's, you're kind of trying to bet, that this could be one of the sole ones that outperforms Bitcoin for the next few months. And you may be right. I mean, Solana by no means is a bad project for obvious reasons, but this is pretty good here. That's a bull div right there. Weekly looks good. This confirms in a day. Maybe that's, if we get into Monday, probably wouldn't mess with it, but I might. Moneyful also trying to come up there. I mean, if that's not the bottom against Bitcoin, you'd probably just make one lower low or something. But you could, like I said, the 30% decline on some, yeah, that's 40%. I don't know if you're going to crash another 40% against Bitcoin. That would be, don't know if that's going to happen. This could be bottoming out a little bit early against Bitcoin. Or if you were to go that low, that could take many months. That could be like early next year type stuff. So, absolutely possible. Absolutely possible. Let's see. See price come down to test out base low, lose 15.5, test 13.8. Yeah. It's possible, man. It's absolutely possible. I think if you factor in inflation and everything and factor in the 4-year cycle, most likely we've already bottomed out. I mean, really, that 15.5K was like 10K. If you factor in inflation and everything, that was like 10K. So that's why I think most likely we bottomed out at this point. Bad recession, though. I mean, anything's possible. I mean, maybe this is the time we lose the 4-year cycle, but I don't think we will. I think it's kind of just, and this could be. I know. I mean, it's not just. I know BitBoy posted about this, but it's not just BitBoy. Other people have said this. This could be the last real bull run. 2024, 2025. I mean, once regulation really comes in, this could be the last real bull run. I mean, they may make it so only accredited investors could buy like the speculative alts and stuff going forward. So this may be the last bull run where you could potentially make life-changing wealth with the alts and ETH and all that. So keep that in mind. Could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah. Also short on Bitcoin Cash, as you guys can see below. That's a little, I didn't even, like I talked about that in the Discord, but usually that's such a risky, I mean, it's kind of like trading a meme coin. Usually those are tough, man. Those are tough sometimes. I mean, money flow coming out there. It looks like you're probably topped out. I mean, if we do break up higher, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you did come up to 400 or something here. I mean, anything could happen with this. I mean, I just want to look at the funding fees for Bitcoin Cash right now. And they are at, okay, so a little bit more people are going short, so that could, create more of a short squeeze. So, yeah, Bitcoin Cash. Careful with Bitcoin Cash, man. So, yeah. It's coming out right there. And by the way, guys, if you want to trade, check out Fairdesk. If you want an exchange that does not require you to use a VPN, no KYC, Fairdesk is pretty good. Sign up. It tells you sign up at the first link, and then you can enter a trading contest. That's still going on. Really good trading contest. A lot of good bonuses. So check out Fairdesk. Really good exchange. Been messing around with it for the past month. Not bad. Not bad. Check it out. Link down below. So yeah. Obviously, trading can be risky, especially with leverage trading. Only do it if you know what you're doing. If you don't know how to trade, you're very, very likely going to lose everything. If you don't lose everything immediately, you'll eventually lose everything if you have no idea what you're doing. It's not really how it works. But 5 hour. I mean, you could be forming some type of weird thing, head and shoulders. I don't know here, but yeah. I mean, I think you're kind of topping out. Yeah. Bitcoin dominance is interesting. I mean, if this comes down farther, some alts could continue to ride. I would be surprised if Solana keeps pumping, if this could just break out higher than this and keep going. This could absolutely into, September, October hit 55, 56. I think that 55, 56 would be the place to start essentially getting into altcoins, in my opinion. I think that's the place to start. When I'm going to start, converting some of the Bitcoin over to altcoins. That's what I think. Um, you know, I think it's probably the next red dot here on the 2 week. It's probably going to give you what you need. Um, I'm using Market Cipher and a little bit of traditional TA and volume profiles, and that's about it. And support and resistance, fib levels. So yeah, pretty much just Market Cipher. If you want to use Market Cipher, check out the link below. So yeah. And then this is obviously, the possibility correction to low 20s, back up to here, zigzag all the way up or whatever. I think it's generally going to be making higher lows. Like, I think generally what we're going to see going forward here is higher lows. And I think, if you're willing to wait, if history repeats, if you're willing to wait until 2025, I mean, that's only, let's say, a year and a half, you're probably going to get a decent return. I mean, even if we don't make a new all-time high and get up to just maybe 50K, I mean, I think you're going to get higher than 40K. That would be pretty depressing if you don't. Get up to like 50K. I mean, it's still not a bad return for a couple of years. So probably a pretty good bet. ETH would be even more, I think. So yeah, so it's that. Looked at total 3. This was, forget what this was. This was decent stock. This could be in some kind of a Wyckoff as well. Weekly, not bad. Some of the, especially Coinbase, some of these are not looking bad. Coinbase is the reverse head and shoulders here. I mean, I'd rather buy Bitcoin than Coinbase, but not bad at all with the trigger wave. Not bad. I mean, you're probably going to at least, get back to some of these areas in the next bull run. Let's see here. 200%. What's up, Swarup? Yeah, I was on a road trip. It's Fairdesk, the exchange. Link down below. We're doing a contest too. I think I just mentioned that, right? Yeah. And obviously check out the Discord as well for some of the trade entries, stop losses, all that. Exclusive TA by me and 2 other pro analysts. I think it's a really good deal for what you get out of it, especially if you're trying to learn Market Cipher, learn all this stuff. I think it's going to help you guys out a lot. Don't want to show it too much, though. Dixie's interesting. I mean, this is like one of those things where it's tough to say. I mean, the Fed's going to probably likely raise rates. You're kind of in somewhat of a reverse head and shoulders. If you break upward, you could come upward. Trigger wave on the 2-day. Now you're printing a red dot. Coming down. Seems like every time you come to the green here, that time it came down. So maybe we come down further and Bitcoin keeps pumping. So could get a trigger wave in the weekly, though. This is tough to read. I don't know. I would say the Dixie obviously is in trouble, but you might get a little bit more here. I mean, you could, if we go into a recession, things really come down, you could hit 130 in some point next year. So that's definitely possible. Do I think ETH would end up catching up on Bitcoin in terms of the evaluation? Yeah, I think it's in a. Do I link the videos to learn on Discord? No, it's not. We do mainly chart sharing and just typing and explaining it. I'm trying to think. Not too much of a need to put like videos there. We could eventually do that. We do chats and we share screens sometimes, voice chats occasionally. Maybe doing one of those this week or something. So yeah. But no, it's not that needed really. Let's see. And then let's see here. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens here, but I don't have a problem with what I'm seeing. I mean, it is the weekend, it's risky, but I don't think you got a good shot at getting back to up to the volume area high over here. I mean, the spiral line, it seems likely. Videos. Do you mean I have a course that's different though? Um, Never get the alerts. I mean, we tag everybody. That's the best thing we could do. I mean, there was a way we were reading about, like how Garrett Solway does with the text messages. Thing with the trades though too is I like people to kind of look at the market themselves instead of just blindly following me. So it could be better that way. You know, I don't want people just to blindly follow. That usually never works. Bitcoin Cash, yeah. Solana, Solana's hitting that, resistance right now. We'll see if that could keep going. On the grand scheme of things, like, I mean, the S&P 500 is starting to show a bit more weakness here. Now you got money flow coming out in bearish div on your 2-day. Let's actually look at maybe a little bit more data on this. Okay, a little bit different on that. Let's just look at SPY. Daily showing weakness too, bear div, money flow coming out. So I mean, if this is hitting a local top and we come down a bit, that 4 hours bearish too. I mean, although here it didn't really play out. Here it did play out. I mean, if it's like this, let's see. Let's take a look here. I mean, let's see if we do something of this nature. 406. I mean, that's a significant decline. And I mean, that would be a drop down for Bitcoin if we do, come down there. Oh yeah. Discord. Yeah, that's awesome, JC. Yeah, we got a deal for if you pay in crypto too for the yearly. Ada Dodd and Adam. Yeah. So those are obviously other oldies. Let's look at Adam I like Adam. Out of those, I think Adam probably. I mean, who knows? But I think Adam's got a good shot of doing the best the next bull run. You do have not a bull div here. I mean, my guess is that you could come down a bit more, maybe make a double bottom in September or whatever. I think regardless, it may continue to bleed against Bitcoin. Trigger wave on the 2-day not looking too good. I mean, you're kind of in a Wyckoff, I guess, too. I mean, Wyckoff is to 1, 2. That could be the bottom there, theoretically, that one in June there, the 23. So, yeah. 2-week, you may get that bullish div. Weekly, I think it's going to be the next one, maybe September, the next green dot that really gives you what you need here in terms of the macro. Adam's good. You can earn a lot of interest on Adam staking it, so yeah, I like Adam. Dot obviously has a lot of potential. Not a bull div there, bull div from back there. I mean, yeah, I think there's a good shot it did bottom. I mean, you got the green dot there in the 2-week. That's a big area. This could be if you're gonna come back. Yeah, I mean, that could be. It'll do something in the next bull run. We know that it'll do something. Curious about Bitcoin. I haven't looked at that in a minute. That's a huge freaking area right there. Snake eyes on the 2 that confirms in 8 days. That could be it. Just so you look at total 3 versus Bitcoin, no bueno. But maybe like some of the bluer chip, like some of the bigger alts, they bottomed it out against Bitcoin, and then, just some of the crap in the market, the other ones, they keep bleeding. But I don't know. Weekly, not bad. We got to look at Cardano. Don't know here. Here's what, the weekly, I'm thinking you come, that's that September area. Like I think I've been talking about September of 2023 for a while, but yeah, I mean, it's that 30 cent area is big. If we could break through that. Trigger wave on the 16, the more I look at this market, the more bullish I get a little bit, but I mean, since just the volatilities, I mean, since here you're not even, if you're in a Wyckoff, it's kind of like there, December, you'd probably see another low or something. Discord. Appreciate you, Tony Mart. Yeah, you've been a member for a while, a couple months now. Shout out to Tony Mart. How many alts do I track? Oh man. Uh, probably 5, 6. I try to keep an eye on the big boys. AVAX, Cardano, Dot to a certain extent, Chainlink, Atom. Um, always look at charts when you post it. Yeah, I don't know how we could do that, Jan. I don't know how we could get an alarm. I mean, the Garrett Soloway does something with it. They send people a text message, but I don't know how to set that up. I'd have to look into that. I mean, we do tag everybody, but maybe we could try to figure it out. But do you want it for CBZ stuff and Lanacors as well, or just mine? We got to figure out what people want for that. What's up, Crypto Anon? Near. Yeah, we could look at near. Oh man, this prediction did pretty well. I don't know what I was doing back there. It's been a while since I looked at this. Yeah, weekly. Let's look at the weekly here. So the thing, like a lot of these, I mean, they don't. Oh yeah, this is a bull div. This could be bottomed out. Yeah, definitely possible. If it isn't, the thing too is you got the jump and now you're just coming back down. That's the thing. If it's not bottomed out, you're probably gonna do something like this. September, all roads lead to September, October. Probably something like that. Come down to essentially come down to here. Yeah, September, and then you get your true close bullish div, snake eyes or whatever on the weekly. Some of the alts, Polkadot looks more bottomy than this. Short term things look like they can come up a bit. Well, the Bitcoin long isn't doing his well, it's still ahead, but yeah, now we're coming back down. This is a slow freaking yeah. Infinite supply of Atom there have been discovered. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with Atom too. I mean, there's always gonna be that type of thing. Anything too good to be true sometimes isn't. A lot of times isn't. I mean, the stake, you could stake a lot of it, learn a lot staking. So yeah. What's up, Karate? Well, Doge is. I don't think it's. Is it actually infinite? I would have to read up on that a little bit more. Is Atom's supply actually infinite? AVAX plan. All roads lead to September. Let's look at AVAX. I don't think we looked at yeah, that's a big point right here. That's a big. I mean, bull div essentially on the 2-week pretty soon. It could be it. Yeah, it could keep coming here. Yeah, it could be the bottom. Definitely does not look bad at it by any means. But will we still bleed against Bitcoin? Maybe. That could be. I mean, unless you're going to zero here, this could be the. AVAX has got some good fundamentals too. AVAX is a good. I mean, what I'm thinking is you just come down, maybe make a little bit of a lower low in September, October. But yeah. Let's look at. Let me see what's going on with Bitcoin. Yeah, that trigger wave 17 minutes. Okay. Compound. Oh man, this is one that I have not. This is one that's like, yeah, this is just. I mean, is there more data here? I mean, oh man, 97. Doesn't look bad, I'll tell you that. It's this one, the fundamentals aren't even that great on. I mean, this is one of those ones that could be done. Mid to short term looks bearish on this, but macro starting to look better. Yeah, let's look at Ape. Ape. Jeez, this looks bad. You got the green dot in the weekly. I don't know, man. I'd rather buy blue chip NFTs than buy ape. Would it follow the blue chip NFTs? I don't know. Tough to say. That's a nice bull div on the 16. Maybe it'll come up a bit. I don't know if I'd mess with that. I'd rather buy a mutant ape than this. You could have more yellow X's. I mean, you could come down farther. I mean, things do. Down 92. You come down 95. Who knows? Um, oh yeah, that's a good point, Karate. The student loan thing, because I didn't realize. Because if you had student loans, you don't need you haven't had to pay them in oh man, what is it, one, two, over 3 years now, I guess, since obviously the pandemic started. So that would be interesting. The economy may feel that, yeah. Um, Solana. Looks like a sold for the short term. Short term is probably gonna, let's see. I mean, a little more bearish, I would say. It looks like you'd come down a bit from this area. Maybe not, though. I don't know. But you do have on the 2 hour bear div. Now, money flow is still not bad. Nothing's looking overly bad here. It does look like you could break through this and even come up to 27, essentially. But be careful. The weekly green dot is a good sign, too, to come up higher. I don't know if you're going to get to that freaking target at 38, but be interesting to see what happens here. Mm. I don't know what that is. I couldn't tell you. This, I don't know. It kind of looks like everything else, man. Yeah, too new, too small of a market cap, too hard to read. Could consolidate longer, trend is sideways. We'll see, though. That'd be interesting, too, if we do stay generally bullish into September, and then September we see that correction into, like, I don't know, January or something, and then kind of your happening rally starts in January. That could be possible. That's going to be more of a boring scenario, but yeah, we'll see. Now Bitcoin's come up a little bit, so in terms of when we could see that, so it's trigger wave on the 3. Tomorrow we could see, midday tomorrow we could see this number essentially. It could take longer though, but yeah. This is just ping pong, I mean, just bouncing around ping pong. But I mean, look, in the grand scheme of things, like, don't overcomplicate it. I think the DCA period, for Bitcoin is going to go on until the sweet spot December, January maybe. Sweet spot for Ethereum probably from September, October to like March or like April, May of next year. DCA Bitcoin chill, yeah. I mean, that's kind of just what it is. The accumulation years. That's just what it is. I mean, you could take more risks with some of these altcoins like AVAX, like DOT, ones that just look like they can't go down any farther. But yeah, um, July will end above or below 30K. I don't know. Those predictions those are tough predictions too. You always seem to get in trouble with those ones, like where price goes first. You always seem to get in trouble with those. What's up, Nightshade? Um, yeah, what I'm gonna do, I gotta do more of those type of vlog videos too. I got this guy to do more of them, and I got my camera, so I'm prepared to do those. But yeah, I'm ultimately I gotta do more of those. Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I gotta like think about what I want to talk about them. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more of those and make some YouTube shorts out of those. Yeah, just gotta work. Keep trying. That's one of the best pieces of advice. Just whatever you're going for, just keep trying. Keep trying. Don't give up. Um. So yeah, appreciate you, Push Path Panth. Shout out to Push Panth. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, nice turnout. Pappy, we got a nice turnout here. 70 people for a generally flat market. So yeah, but let's look at, oh man, oh man. This one pumped a bit. Now it seems like it could be overflow. Pumped a good amount. For Alexis and down. I mean, who knows? This could be the bottom. I mean, this one's interesting because this is just like so, like, just so predictable here because it's just like down, green dot up, down, green dot up, down, green dot up a bit. It's just like, where does this top out, or or it was one of these will probably be the bottom, even if it does go to zero and then you get, you know what I mean? I have some concerns with the storage ones now too. Looking at how Filecoin performed, looking at how this performed as well. There's another hex. There's hex now. There's the fourth hex. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah, smash the like button. Let's see. So that's coming up right there, and then 2-week green dot. I mean that it's like that. I do have some concerns with the storage ones. I do definitely have some serious concerns with the storage ones. The fact that this went down 99% too, like I've never, it's rare you see something go down a full 99 and come all the way back. I mean, that's rare. 98, okay, but 99, oh man, don't know. It doesn't look bad on the weekly. This is not a bull div though. I would wait and see what this does in the next few months in September, October. That's what I'm going to see. If you lose this area, I think we're done. If we go down overnight, if you make a lower low, this is done. I think this is probably going to zero. Could be wrong. I don't know fundamentals too well, but I do have I have major concerns with the storage ones. I have major concerns with the storage ones. What's up, In and Out Crypto? Shout out to In and Out Crypto. How you going? How you doing, man? Hola, hola, hola. Miss In and Out. Like In and Out Burger is so good. Let's see. Swar up. So for the lives, yeah, I sometimes I announce it. Sometimes it's I'm kind of on vacation. I'm visiting my parents right now, so out of the studio. But I'll try to be. Sometimes I can announce on the Discord ahead of time. Silver out. Okay, yeah. Let's look at silver because that may Philippines. Hold on, let's look at silver. So I mean, let's do a top down here. Where was the okay hidden weekly? We'll look at that. I mean, face value not good on the monthly. I mean, trigger wave to the downside. That's never going to be good. I mean, like here, look at what happened. You came down a bit, but then obviously you had to jump up. Could be something like that. If we look at the 2-week, money flow coming out, not the best, situation there. Looking at the weekly, hidden bullish div on the weekly. Is it on the regular? All right, yeah, okay. So it's not printing yet, but I think this is making a lower low while this guy is making a higher. Yeah, so that would be a hidden bullish div. I think silver, in terms of fundamentals, in terms of history, has a good shot of at least doing better in the S&P 500. As you zoom out here, some things are looking a bit better. This looks neutral at best. I think this can come down into the summer a bit more. I do think this will do well over the next couple of years here. But gold and silver, I mean, we know that, comparing this to comparing the performance of Bitcoin in the next 2-3 years, I mean, obviously Bitcoin will very likely do better. So yeah, if we look at gold, I mean, I own gold and silver. I mean, I am a believer in gold and silver. I don't think they'll do as well as crypto, but I do think they'll, if you can't handle volatility, they'll do, they'll do. If you can't handle volatility of crypto, they'll do, relatively well. Cup and handle, take on target up there. I think you could get up to 3,000 sometime in 2025. I think this may follow the next bull run for Bitcoin to a certain extent in terms of the movement. Not percentages, obviously a lot less, but I think it will do well. This looks a little bit better in silver actually. So yeah. Trigger wave on the 12, yeah. I think gold could cup and handle. I mean, you could be in the cup and handle for a long time. but you're eventually going to come up, I think. Thoughts on each short from 1870? We could look at that. What's up, NBF? By the way, guys, if you want to trade, if you're an experienced trader, check out Fairdesk. No KYC required, no VPN required. Pretty good exchange. Hopefully, we have more time before they start requiring that. And appreciate you, Steven. Also, if you guys are interested in learning more, about more exclusive TA, me and two other pro analysts are in the Aldo Empire VIP Discord down below. Check it out. We will be raising prices soon, most likely. We don't want, too many people in there. We want to keep it a generally small community. Don't want everybody seeing the same stuff, so check that out. We're also doing a trading competition with Fairdesk down below, by the way, too. Sign up and then click the other link to enter the competition. First place gets $500, I believe. You don't have too bad of odds. You got some pretty good odds there, so check it out. Check that out. Yeah, I mean, ETH, you're short from 1870. I would be more inclined to wait till that area. For a swing short, definitely not a bad place, I would say. Right now, based on how some things look, I'm holding off right now, but that 2-day to confirm may be a good swing short as well on ETH. The money flow not half bad there, though. That 3-day coming down, so... Yeah, I'm just trying to look. Maybe how's the 5-hour? Yeah, I mean, if you got a stop loss above here and you're trying to take profits, maybe at this fib level, you might be good. If we come down farther, you may be waiting a while, especially if we got a choppy, flat market for a while. Some people get impatient with the swing trades. It's a patience game, guys, but yeah. Did that 2-hour confirm? 4 minutes, okay. Maybe when that does confirm, we'll see a little... Yeah, we're coming back up now. I think, wasn't Bitcoin trading lower on Binance, if I'm not mistaken? Give me a second here. Okay, now it's back up. I thought Binance, we had some weird thing happen. It was like at 27 or something for a minute. Where do I see the exit? I mean, that's in the Discord, but I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, the next support, I mean, it's kind of... I'm not gonna tell you the exact place, but if you look at this chart, I think it's kind of obvious, kind of obvious where I want to exit. So yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. The Bitcoin cash short, yeah, everybody wants to know obviously where to take profits. I mean, here would be the good first place, 220, just general support resistance. I mean, that'd be a pretty, obvious place right around there. Lock in profits. It'd be nice if this freaking thing goes to all the way back down, right? All the way back down there, right? It's a zero. I mean, people have done that. Old VIPs do keep the old prices, yeah. It's locked in, yeah. Always, yeah. And if you buy the yearly, it's locked in as well. Let's see. DXY, ETH down there. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a weekend, harder to predict. Nothing looks overwhelmingly bad, overwhelmingly bearish at the moment. Things could change. I mean, this trigger wave's going to confirm on the 2-hour pretty soon. It could be more flat for some more time. I don't have a problem with a lot of what I'm seeing. This 10-hour, or no, where was it? 8-hour. I don't mind that. I don't mind the 8-hour. I mean, this is generally a bullish formation. This is still somewhat of a bull pennant. I mean, if I would probably draw it like that, yeah. I mean, you could, oh man, it could be flat for, I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, you could be flat for some more. Maybe flat until, I mean, another week or so. Which is, I think summer is a bit more flat sometimes once you have the big moves. If you do break up, I mean, yeah, 32.7 is big point. Yeah, around there. Or if you break down, 28.5. Yeah. I mean, if you were to, let me just see something. That's interesting with the, that's a target down there. And that's another minor target a little bit higher. That'd be a retest of that. 31 something, that spotty line. So yeah. Let me take a look at, do I even, oh yeah. So NFTs are getting a little bit of a bounce here, a little bit of a, a little something something here. Uh, and these, I don't know if they're bottomed out against Bitcoin, but it's definitely possible. We saw the bottom against ETH, major area right there. It could make a lower low, 3.8 or something. The low was 4.8. Now you got that jump up, so we'll see. I don't think it's a bad place to get in, and I think the Mutant Apes may do relatively well. I mean, these are 68 grand, yeah. Could go lower, sure. That's that 30. Let's see, where did we go? 30. We went down to 30. So you went down to essentially there. That could be it. I mean, I think if you're going down lower than that, because these are already down 95. I mean, they could go down 98, which has happened, but yeah. Yeah, so MEXC, I think you're okay with MEXC. I am a teeny tiny bit concerned with the liquidity, and I think there's nothing that concerning. I mean, there's always going to be risk with any exchange, but there's nothing that concerning yet. If you have more influencers and big people starting to talk crap about them and starting to talk about the liquidity issues, then it becomes an issue. I'm still using them, but I use other exchanges too, so yeah, I mean, sometimes anything too good to be true isn't true, so be careful with that. Always never put ultimately more money in an exchange than you're going to lose. If it does, if worse comes to worse, move things around. Never put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I would say. So yeah. DCA Bitcoin for next year probably do all right. Yeah. Yeah. Beep, I could look. That's too new. I mean, I think I tried to look at that before. That's even hard to find on the thing, but yeah. This is part of Yuga Labs too, the board kennel thing. Is this? Yeah, that could be it. That's a big place. I mean, this is just poor man's mutant ape or whatever, but yeah. Board ape kennel. Someone's with the dogs. Azuki element. I mean, Azuki I probably wouldn't mess with. It's a little bit risky. Oh yeah. So ZoomX, yeah, I got to look into it more. I haven't had time to vet it or look into it, but I know CF isn't going to use anything that's garbage. Like CF and JC are not going to. They're very respectable people. They're not both really smart, amazing guys with some of the best traders out there, or probably some of the best traders in the world. They're not going to use garbage. Does that mean that ZoomX can't go down like FTX or something? No, but it's got to be a decent exchange. They're not going to be using garbage. I got to look into it more. I haven't used it, but they're trying to do a DeFi type trading thing on ZoomX as well. So yeah, but they're not going to be using garbage. It's got to be a pretty good exchange. Bitflex, I don't know too much about Bitflex. I've heard of it. I'd have to look into it more. Prime XBT, I don't know too much about it in terms of, I mean, we could look at, let's look at crypto exchanges in terms of, could we look at leverage? Yeah. So in terms of 24-hour volume, this is always a pretty good metric. So Binance, obviously, does anyone use Binance who's in a place where you're allowed to? Does anyone use Binance mainly? Decoin's that high? Jeez, that's pretty high. BITGET's still good. I mean, they're cracking down on VPNs and stuff. Bybit, obviously. KYC. BitRue, I'm surprised is that high. Femex is not bad. No issues there. BingX, I've used them a little bit. MEXC still decent. Fairdesk is getting higher. Fairdesk is a big up and coming one. KuCoin, that's getting less because of the KYC or whatever. Where is ZoomX on this freaking? Let's see what ZoomX even. That's not even on the list. So yeah, ZoomX is definitely a new one, but they're using some of the same market makers that the big boys use. So yeah, I haven't heard about Simple FX. I don't like anything with an FX in it compared to FTX. Um, Binance you can't use in the Netherlands. BitGet. BitGet's decent. I never heard of ZoomX before CF either. Um, Fairdesk, I believe, has more trading volume than I mean. Fairdesk is it's ranked 44 in here, but in terms of volume, it's getting higher, which is pretty good. Um, let's just see. I just want to see. I don't know. These what? Oh, um, I've heard of this. This is a lot of bot trading, I think. Yeah, 44. I mean, for something where you don't need a VPN and don't need KYC, I think Fairdesk is probably the best right now. ZoomX, because of, you got to think logically, because of CF and Jason Casper, ZoomX is going to get a lot bigger. Because those are, both gigantic communities, obviously. And they'll be, they'll come up a lot. As of right now, my main one, probably Fairdesk for no KYC, you know, no VPN. I think MEXC almost need a VPN now. MEXC is still good. A little bit, it's kind of with those low fees and there's a little bit of FUD, so be careful, but yeah. Deepcoin. What a terrible name. Deepcoin. Who has the most perpetuals? MEXC, yeah, they take a lot of I don't have a problem with that. I mean, FEMEX does too. Bybit fee, yeah. BitGet takes a lot of stuff, yeah. Hmm. ZoomX, yeah, ZoomX is not even, let's see, is that even on? I can't even find that. Let's look at coin market cap. The exchanges. Okay, let's see here. Not ranked, yeah. So they're a new one, but they'll get on this list. Like, they will get on this list, I think. Is Fairdesk? I don't think Fairdesk is on. They're probably not ranked, though, yeah. But Fairdesk, I believe, is bigger than. LBank is, they've been around a while. LBank is. Has anyone used LBank? I'm curious. They've been around a while. Is LBank on CoinGecko? Oh. How about the DeFi? Oh, okay, Curve. Apex Pro, yeah, that's the biggest one. ZoomX is coming out with that too. Or did it already come out? Derivatives. Let's look at, is LBank on here? No, that's interesting. Oh, no, yes, it is. Let's see what they're, um, curious if everybody knows about LBank. Anyway, let's look at what's happening with Bitcoin a little bit. Oh, we're coming down. Coming down. Maybe we're going to break down. Who knows? That VWAP on the daily ain't half bad either. So 2 hour confirmed the trigger wave. Yeah, it's the same 3 hour confirmed, same thing. We'll see what happens here. Probably going to be a boring day. I think you'll see more by mid to later tomorrow. You'll see something. You know what I mean? You'll see something, whether it's a break up or breakdown. I mean, if we're kind of in this. Yeah, I mean, you're in that triangle. Let's just see. Let me move this here. Back to that area, or yeah, to infinity and beyond to there. But yeah. Did ETH dump down? I mean, ETH is gonna, yeah, we just keep going down. It's hard to, I mean, weekend trading is always going to be, that's a rounding top. I mean, that would generally be a bear pattern. Having to come back down, yeah. I mean, ETH is just going to keep. Let's look at, I mean, ETH Bitcoin. I mean, you're just coming. You're just keep bleeding. You just keep bleeding. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to get going. We've been on about an hour now. Pretty good stream, guys. Always appreciate you guys. Check out the contest with Fairdesk. Sign up with my link, and then hit the contest link to sign up to that. Also, check out the Aldo Empire VIP Discord. A link down below. There's a free Discord community, and then the paid one as well. Me and two other pro analysts. Really great community with some trade entries and exclusive TA. So check all of that out. Really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And goodbye. Have a good one.